You jolt awake at 3 a.m., your mind racing for no apparent reason. You finally get out of bed, but your joints feel stiff and creaky. And by late afternoon, after a perfectly normal lunch, you're dealing with severe, uncomfortable bloating. Modern clinical practice typically addresses these symptoms by separating them. You'll likely receive 3 different referrals: a sleep specialist for the insomnia, a rheumatologist for the joint stiffness, and a gastroenterologist for the bloating. Classical Ayurveda identifies this specific cluster of symptoms as the result of a single mechanical failure. This approach maps the human body as a continuous network of energetic currents, looking past the boundaries of individual organs. The most critical of these currents is called Vāta. This is the force governing movement, and in this system it is described as being composed of ether and air. Vāta coordinates every internal action. It moves food through the digestive tract, circulates blood through the veins, and carries electrical signals across the nervous system. When this force of movement becomes erratic, it disrupts the body's internal timing. This instability is the common thread linking your racing mind at night to the physical stiffness and digestive pressure you feel during the day. Diagnosing a Vāta imbalance involves measuring 6 literal physical properties. Ayurveda defines Vāta as being dry, cold, light, mobile, rough, and subtle. In a balanced state, these 6 diagnostic variables remain centered, but during a Vāta spike, they expand outward. Excess dryness and roughness create friction, physically grating against your tissues. This friction destabilizes your metabolic baseline, keeping your nervous system in constant erratic activity. Identifying these mechanical traits is a requirement for recovery. You have to see which specific qualities are in excess before you can move to stabilize the system. To find exactly where this friction is occurring, we use a geographic checklist called the subdoshas. This map shows Vāta's 5 primary zones. In the cranial region, prana's imbalance causes racing thoughts. Lower down, samana sits in the abdomen. Erratic movement here traps air, creating intense bloating. Finally, apana in the pelvis governs downward movement. Fragmentation here leads to chronic irregularity. To fix this, Ayurveda applies strict cause and effect. Like a heavy stone stabilizing a vibrating surface, erratic movement is neutralized by its physical opposite. This is why many common health trends fail for Vāta types. Eating raw, cold salads or drinking iced smoothies adds more cold and light qualities to a system that is already struggling with those exact properties. Lasting relief requires moving away from generic trends and applying the physical qualities needed to neutralize the friction in your specific system. The first intervention is a predictable daily routine. Eating and sleeping at the same time every day provides a heavy, stabilizing anchor for your body's mobility. Then there is Aṣṭāṅga. Massaging the skin with warm oil directly counters the dryness and coldness that cause Vāta-related joint stiffness. Dietary changes follow the same logic. Replacing cold snacks with steaming stews provides the heat and weight necessary to ground an erratic digestive tract. These interventions should be timed to match the body's natural internal cycles. Internal energy naturally spikes between 2 and 6 a.m., and again from 2 to 6 p.m. These are the windows where you are most vulnerable to Vāta symptoms and where management is most effective. Reclaiming your daily health relies on this physical logic. Once you identify which qualities have spiked in excess, you can simply balance the scales.